Take that, take that, take that, take that. First off, let's give some ashes. Let's start this video off with some ashes. Ashes to Black Rob. Ashes to Craig Mack. Ashes to G Depp. Ashe to Christopher Wallace. Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Ashe to Kim Porter. Ashe to Heavy D. Ashe to Andre Harrell. Who else? And Ashe to Cassie. Ashe to Sean Combs. Ashe to all the ancestors known and unknown. Ashe to Wolf. Ashe to Orlando Anderson. Ashe to Tupac Shakur. Ashe to all the ancestors known and unknown. Today we just want to have a conversation about spiritual things. My name is Kyrie Anthony. You can Google that. I'm an author, astrologer, occultist, spiritualist, father, lover, overall cool ass person. Today we're going to talk about synchronicities, astrology, occult, and we're just trying to understand the energy of the time, because you might find yourself in a situation, circumstance that you don't like, nor do you know where it comes from. And since you don't know where it comes from, you throw your hands in the air and start punching the air like old boy on Boys in the Hood. But if you get into the energy of the time, understanding karma, you'll get a better grip on things, learn how to redirect the energy, but also prepare for the future in a way that you don't repeat yourself over and over and over again. So I want to just bring our attention to the zoom in. Kim Porter, former girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs and mother of three children with him. These three children are King Combs, Jesse James Combs, and Delilah Starr Combs. I have a son named Jesse James as well, so I thought that was interesting. This might be a truth is stranger than fiction, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't, because these entertainers is living in a world of fiction. However, let's just, for the sake of content and the sake of context, imagine these as normal, everyday people like you and I. And understand that because you take somebody out, because you arrange a hit or, get rid of somebody, quote unquote, you don't get rid of the spirit. Now, why do we know this is true? Because we can look up the first law of thermodynamics. Can y'all put that in the chat for me? I just want to see if y'all awake, see if y'all with me. We gonna have a interesting, fun conversation. But put in the chat, first law of thermodynamics. And then we're going to see what the first law is. What is the first law of thermodynamics? Simplify it. Simplify it. We're going to talk about a lot of good shit today. The main thing we're going to talk about is the ego. The ego, how stupid the ego can be. I'm just trying to bring this to the forefront. To the forefront. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. This is the first law of thermodynamics. Now, thermo means heat. Dynamics means the interpolation and play of heat. Just imagine a fire burning, right? If you with me, throw some fire emojis if you can understand that your soul is an oscillating fire. Shout out to the initiates of the flame. More to come on that later. But imagine your soul to be this ever burning fire, this illuminated, forever burning fire. And when I say this is the most important relationship you need to have, not your relationship to money, not your relationship to beautiful light-skinned girls, not your relationship to city girls. We talking about Diddy, the king of ego, but the energy that is the burning flame, which is you. That even if you living in a 1-bedroom apartment, mugs ain't calling you a goddamn crazy person all over the news, taking your businesses away, firing you, your job. Y'all done did some freaky shit before too. Be happy that you won't be ostracized for the freaky shit that you've done. One's in the chat if you done some really, really freaky shit, and you happy nobody is going to come on TMZ and talk about all the freaky shit that you used to do with your ex-boyfriend. So, back to Kim Porter. She transitioned November 15th, 2018. 5 years to the day. Listen, y'all. 5 years to the day. 5 years to the day. Cassie files charges on Sean Diddy Combs. And this is the day. November 15, 2023, whether you believe it or not, a 35-page document ruined this man. When you think about Notorious B.I.G., when you think about the contracts, when you think about the band, let's give an ashe to the band. Them niggas had to walk miles to get this nigga cheesecake. And we all laughed and thought it was funny. But at the end of the day, these was just young children, right? When you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you are a child. Making them do crazy ass shit. Making people, this dude, think about his relationship with Usher, his relationship with Justin Bieber, and the stories that these people say and the exposing that this person has done to young people. When you think about a record label executive, you're not dealing with fucking 40-year-old, 35-year-old people with sense. The idea of a record contract is to sign a nigga when they fucking as young as possible, to be honest. They'll get you when you 12, to be honest, if you have the willingness to sell your soul, right? But let's just fast forward it. A 19, 20, 21-year-old, you give them anything, of course they sign in a contract. So when you talk about this date, this energy, Kim Porter not dead, right? Just to keep this thing concurrent and concise. Why is Kim Porter not dead? Because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about is karma. So I'm going to explain through the astrology where the karma is coming from, not only for Diddy, because some of y'all niggas is dealing with y'all own personal karma in a way that don't make no sense. Yet and still, you better have somebody in your corner. Why do I say you need to have somebody in your corner? Because Saturn is in Aquarius. Aquarius rules the 11th house. 11th house is about your community. I say this in a lot of my videos. Y'all should be able to get a concept of this shit by now. You know what I mean? You should be understanding, all right, I gotta actually, Saturn is how you work with others. Saturn is how you work with others, and it's literally forcing you to examine how you work with others. Now, if you was a nigga with Diddy, if you was a nigga like Diddy coming into the sun in Scorpio, the sun in Scorpio rather, Mars in Scorpio, then Saturn moving into your Aquarius house, and it's all about the karma of how you treated people in the past. So if you treated people good in the past, guess what's happening to you now? And it's not in reference. When we talk about spirituality, we always talk about indirectness. I do good things for other people and other people do good things for me. Never do I do good things for people. The people that I do good for usually treat you like shit at the end of the day. But understand, you treat them good still. Because you in the law of karma. You don't treat people the way they treat you. You don't never stoop down to people's level. Nor do you take advantage of people when you have an advantage. This is like real life common sense. But when you deal with people and people have shadows and people have triggers and people who have not done healing work, motherfuckers will start treating you bad when you good to them, and vice versa. You might be treating somebody bad that's good to you, because the sun and Mars is in Scorpio, and this square to Saturn bringing all of this shit to a head. We could talk about Diddy, but I also want you to look at your life too, because I think this shit is interesting. I just feel like at a certain point, as interesting as it is when we talk about Diddy, I want us to one day be able to talk about it in reference to your life and what's going on with you. So boom, let's talk about it in a way that we know what it is. So Venus conjunct the South Node in Virgo, right? The third decan of Virgo is ruled by the 10 of this, and the 10 of this, right? The 10 of this represents, okay, let's just do 10 of this Thoth card. One's in the chat if you're enjoying this presentation. Two's in the chat if you just want me to end this video because this shit boring as fuck. Let me know. Because I like this type of shit. I would do more of this type of content if niggas like this type of shit. But if y'all don't like it, man, I can, do some regular shit. It don't matter to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for y'all. I wouldn't be doing this channel for me. I gotta do this channel for y'all. Niggas said they want the Diddy. They want that, take that, take that, take that, take that. So boom. The 10 of disc. The 10 of this represents wealth. You might say, Kyrie, how did you get there? And I want to be so succinct with y'all today that y'all at least can watch this video again and then be able to understand my train of thought to where I'm just not pulling shit out of thin air. So tarot, astrology, wheel. Okay? Keep it spicy. Keep it spicy, Sir B. Sir, I need to download that video we did and upload that shit, yo. On the ASAP side. So boom. Boom, right? Boom, right? We was at the club, right? That Diddy came on. Take that, take that, take that. All right, y'all. So, boom. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm doing a lot of shit. So you gonna probably have to watch this joint again and just understand everything that I'm saying, bro. Maybe Cassie have an astrologer is all I'm gonna say, right? So boom. Virgo. Oh, I can't move it. I can't move it. Oh, I can move it a little bit. 10 of this is the third deacon of Virgo. Okay? The third deacon of Virgo, 10 of this card is wealth, right? Now, when we look back at the chart, the third deacon of Venus, the third deacon of Virgo has Venus conjunct the South Node in this particular area. So bringing it back to Cassie, was born August 26, which makes her a tropical Virgo, but generally her Venus would be in Virgo. Even in the sidereal chart, I don't even have to look that up to see. I just know for a fact that usually your Venus is going to be ahead of your Virgo. So boom. Let's just assume her Venus is in Virgo in her tropical chart. For all of my Western astrologers who like to move the goalposts, I'm going to move the goalposts with you for the sake of conversation. Understand, Cassie settles lawsuit. What does that equate to? When you settle a lawsuit, can y'all give me the one word that represents? When she settles it, what does she receive? Does she receive wealth when you settle a lawsuit for like 30 mils? Settled it in the first day. Understanding she said some crazy shit that if I didn't do it, I would have hoped that a motherfucker would have took it to court and said, no, actually, it was like this. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. But Diddy left it up. Listen, and the reality is this, right? You could go find the court records, all 35 pages. Dog, I could just hit control find. It search big. I just searched big, bro. I just searched big, and it said Mr. Combs would then instruct Miss Ventura and the sex workers to speak to each other, and then would specifically tell Miss Ventura where to touch the sex workers. Mr. Combs would say things like, grab that big black dick. Now, if I never said grab that big black dick, I'm sorry, I gotta take you to trial, Miss Ventura. She received wealth. She received money that she can be comfortable with her new husband. Deeper levels to the game. And asked her, how does it feel as he directed her to perform for him? Now, anybody and their mama can get to these court documents and read all of this about Mr. Combs. And the reality is that a lot of people have read through these documents. And for him to settle and not redact any of this basically, listen, she could have said anything and he could have said, that is absolutely not true. I'm taking her to court and I'm not giving her a dime, because everything she said was a lie. Right? For him to settle is more or less, in the eyes of the public, guilt. And it's everything that this man has done over the years that has been pure treachery. You might not read it because whatever the case may be, you're not into this type of stuff. Cool in the game. But at the end of the day, y'all will be listening to take that, dancing in the club. And man, this dude is worse than R. Kelly. So trust me, when it comes to Kim Porter, she orchestrated this whole thing. Reason why it happened This court document was filed almost to the day 5 years later of her transition date. I know we can, when we do Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, a nigga I'm about to lay out a whole bunch of coincidences, nigga. Y'all niggas is about like, man, that's a coincidence. That's a coincidence. That's a coincidence. That's a coincidence. All right, niggas. If y'all live in a world of coincidences at this point, y'all just act like the spiritual world is not there or God don't exist and there's no intelligent design to this shit. I don't know, man. Cause this nigga was acting in such a way that he must have thought that nothing that he would have did would have came back on him, to which he must have not had an astrologer to say, Diddy, take that. What's going on, Playboy? When is your birthday? My birthday is November 1st. My birthday, November 4th. Hey, that would make you a tropical Scorpio. Yeah, Playboy, take that. Well, you know, sidereally, right? The sun gonna be conjunct in Scorpio. What you said, Playboy? And Mars is gonna be square Saturn. Take that. Oh, what should I do about it, Playboy? What should I do about it? I think, bruh, at the end of the day, you need to sign up to Hood Mystics Root Chakra Activation course, cause he's giving out information and instruction on how to activate your goddamn root chakra and stimulate your kundalini, so you can actually get into the purpose of life. Cause you think it's, you know, slutting out these cute ass girls and living out your homoerotic fantasies. Now, Diddy, we wanna know, did you like Saucy Santana and Young Miami was just the front? All right, we ain't gonna ask no more questions. We just wanted to know that. You don't have to answer, but we feel like you really like Saucy Santana and you put Young Miami on the forefront so to throw you off the scent. Young Miami would be doing the podcast and you and Saucy Santana be up in the green room getting nasty. Is what I heard from the spiritual realm, but I could be completely wrong about it. You know, I could be dead ass wrong, and if I'm dead ass wrong, I'll be dead ass wrong. So, Playboy, what should I do? Join his root chakra activation course. When is it, Playboy? It's December 3rd, 2023. How we gonna do it? He gonna come to New York City? He gonna come to Harlem World? We gonna be Harlem shaking? No, it's online on Zoom. You sign up on Zoom, you feel me? Sign up on Zoom. You get a playback of it, you know, and he gonna do each and every chakra. Is that right, Playboy? Because since we in this particular chakra, I might need to do some sacral work, Playboy, because my sexual deviancies is all off the hook, Playboy. I'm crazy in the head, Playboy. Don't worry about it. After this one, in the next 2 weeks, he gonna do a sacral chakra presentation too. So you gonna have it all together, Playboy. Oh man, that's just what I needed, Playboy. Take that. Now, that was a real life conversation, man. Puff Daddy gonna be he gonna be on the zone with so you know that's gonna be one of the perks. If you want to sign up, you feel me? You would be on there with Puff Daddy. You feel me? This is gonna be big. You feel me? So, shameless plug. I apologize. It was just, I forgot to talk about it at the beginning and I meant to. So as I was talking, I felt like it was a good time to let y'all know that we're doing the root chakra activation December 3rd via Zoom. You can sign up. Link is in the description. Things of that nature. So, boom. Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. I'm going to just run through why, what, when, where, how, that deal. So you ain't confused as to like, oh shit, this is just so random, why it's happening to Diddy. More or less that somebody has some astrologers or whatever. So boom, the sun is in Scorpio. What does Scorpio rule? Scorpio rules the reproductive system, sexual organs. It also rules the genitals, but it gives us It's like when you think about sex, man, that shit is like oxymoron. It's like the upside down. It's like oopsie daisy. It's like wibble wobble. It's never what you think it's supposed to be, right? You might think you tearing something out the frame, and the chick is like, been there, done that, had the ticket, don't want to go back, right? Where's my baby daddy at, right? You think you tearing it out the frame, and she like, oh my god, you killing it. Oh, this is the best sex ever. But she lying the whole time, right? She laying with you. Boy, I ain't never been fucked like that. What's your name? You should be a horse. You not even a human. You like a horse. What is you, a Sagittarius? You a centaur. Arrgh, right? Just gassing you, lying the whole time. That's Scorpio, right? Or like Scorpio is like an energy where, like, I'm gonna tell you, Scorpio is like an energy that you only have, bro, until you like 28. After 28, you in a whole nother energy. And what you trying to do is recapture your scorpionic vibes, where you naturally attract the opposite sex and it come naturally and easy to you. It's just a fountain of youth and you take it for granted, and now you just like 35 acting like you look good or some weird shit like that, knowing like that shit is like 10 years behind you, but you just like gotta look good type shit because you don't got nothing else, because you was just operating off of fumes for a large percentage of your life and never had to articulate or consider what was actually happening. It's like the reproductive system, as beautiful as it is, like it's an amazing thing. We don't know shit about it. You don't know shit about your reproductive system, how that shit actually works, how it manifests itself, how you can fuck for 500 straight times and never get pregnant, and you know what I'm saying, get some head, and now she pregnant with twins. You like, how that happen? How you get pregnant off a head? You know, because we don't know how this shit actually works. You don't know when you got your girl pregnant. You don't even know if that's your actual kid. She said she was going to work, but you don't know that she went to work. And this is how, listen, the fact that y'all can say whatever, the fact that people say, oh, I'm going to the store, oh, I'm going to work, that's the fact that a motherfucker is cheating on your ass when they not around you. What they doing? Cheating on you. This is Scorpio. This is the genitals, because intellectually, you're like, I'm going to the store. Your genitals is, I'm going to my sneaky link. But nobody want to have those types of conversations. So y'all might not know what I'm talking about, because shit, y'all either cheating on motherfuckers or motherfuckers is cheating on you. You understand what I'm saying? So also we want to look at Mars in Scorpio. Now Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So I liken it to an engine. Like, I liken Mars like a vehicle, like, and an opportunity to Mars conjunct the sun is like an opportunity to get your wishes granted. Because actually, when you got a decent girl, you know, God love you, bro. God love you. This is why Abraham and Sarah and goddamn Moses had girl. Everybody had chicks, and it was like, thank you God for this girl, Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? A good woman. You like, damn, thank you God. Right? You pray for that. A good man. Shit. Oh fuck. Man, shit, y'all. If you got a good man, dog, you better give some offerings to somebody, bitch. Because damn, like, you 1 out of 1,000, ho. You 1 out of 1,000. 1 out of 1,000. So if you got a good person in your life, in the ancient Greek understanding of love, you give offerings to Athena, because relationships and love is not synonymous. Most relationships is because your mama and your daddy sold you for some horses. Imagine that, right? Now you fucking this nigga's husband and he doing whatever to your ass. That ain't love. That ain't a relationship. A nigga fucking your great 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 grandmother, and this is how you alive. You not a baby built out of love. You a baby built out of ignorance and sex. And sex is not intellect. When you talk about slavery, you also talking about breeding and fucking trauma and all of this type of weird like sexual shit. That when you don't think that the way that they treated black people as slaves and the fucking mind control that black people experience in the 1800s, early 1900s affects the way that bitches is twerking on IG right now. The sexualization of women feeling like they need to be sexual objects and men feeling like they need to be sexual objects, niggas with big dicks and all of this type of status and all of this weird shit. It comes from the manipulation of sex and the dysregulation of sex, because when you look at any other, and I'm not even going like pick and choose, but you can observe this shit, and if you refuse to observe this shit, then that's just on you. Observe a fucking Muslim culture that's Americanized, like a bunch of Muslim people together that live together. What you gonna see? Nice ass houses, nice cars, moms, dads, kids, nigga. Kids going to school, kids going to fucking play basketball, motherfucking normal good ass life. Find an Indian fucking compound. Find a fucking Kazakhstan compound, a fucking Norwegian compound within America, meaning a Chinese compound. Meaning that these people have a set of values and systems and ways to relate, and more or less that it's generally a system where a man and a woman, they gonna be in a relationship regardless of that. If a nigga look good, like more or less, y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say, but women not really making the decision on if they gonna like a nigga or not like a nigga, right? Cause leave it up to you. You gonna say he look good, or he make me feel good, or he protect and provide. Like whoever really said that when you came into a situation where you have an up and down sex with a nigga, what do? Show up with an AK-47 and $35,000? Like, I'm here to protect and provide you. I'm your security and your bank. What you do? Drop your drawers instantly? I'm sure that never happened. So we talking about an unconscious system, a subconscious system, and a conscious mind. To whereas when you talk about people who have sexual deviances to the level of goddamn Sean Puff Daddy Combs, the only thing that is sparing him is karma, right? Saturn tests us and will push us to our limits. It rules over time. The Greek god's name Kronos means time and is called the Lord of Karma. Saturn's lessons are discipline, practice, and commitment. It has the power to reward or punish like no other planet. Why am I talking about Saturn? Because the Sun and Mars are squaring Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn in Aquarius, your community, your groups, your friends, your acquaintances, the people that you get money with. Karma, how do you treat those people? Do you do business with people, and do you try to cheat them? Do you establish any type of relationship with a person at all? Give and take. Because karma, sometimes people can just give, right? Sometimes people can just take, but understanding the balance, making sure I know I'm listening to what people need and I'm like meeting them there. or I'm isolated in my own self, doing my own thing, not giving a fuck about nothing besides myself. And then this energy comes, and now I'm hitting a wall. Now I'm going crazy. Now I'm feeling like ain't nobody gonna help me. I'm alone and I'm isolated. Well, you alone and you isolated because that's your particular karma. And it takes strong accountability. It takes strong willfulness, mindfulness, healing, kundalini activation. Shameless plug. To really tune into, am I healed in how I deal with people, or am I still wounded in how I deal with people? Cause boy oh boy, when I say the man needs some healing, the man needs some healing. Now, we dealing with Saturn and Mars. Once again, we bringing up the chart. Mars is square Saturn. Okay? The root chakra, also known as the Muladhara chakra, is one of the 7 main energy centers of the body, which we'll be talking about this Sunday. It is associated with stability, security, and grounding energy. This chakra is represented by 2 planets, Saturn and Mars. How so? How, Sway? Because when you think about Saturn and when you think about spiritual growth, these things require discipline and they require time. The time that you put in is going to be your karma. Y'all are grown ass motherfuckers. So it ain't like life done treated you so bad. It ain't like I don't care how old you is. If you 18 years old, you had time to put in work to better your situation, to learn. You 18, you could learn more, learn faster, learn more, learn faster, apply it better because you got friends, you got community. So boom, it's no excuse, no age. How you spend your time is Saturn. Now, actually doing the thing that you need to do is Mars. Right? So once again, this is for everybody. This is for all spiritual beings. But obviously, Diddy said, you know what I'm going to do? During the FOs, I don't even know what FOs are. In addition to directing Miss Ventura and masturbating, Mr. Combs would use his phone, laptop, and tablet to film Miss Ventura having sex with hired sex workers. He treated the forced encounter as a personal art project, adjusting the candles he used for lighting to frame the videos he took. Now, this is a sick nigga. This is a sick nigga. How did he spend his time and energy? By adjusting candles for sex scenes, right? However it looked, she could have just been telling people about her relationship, and a person would have said, you know that's the case, right? And she like, I didn't even know. That's spirit, right? Speaking through somebody to where the wheels get turned, and she just telling them experience, and she like, tell me more. All right, look. After this FO, I don't even know what an FO is. Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura went back to the hotel room, and Miss Ventura was staying in where some of Miss Ventura's friends were already hanging out. Mr. Combs was severely intoxicated, and at one point during the night, picked up one of Miss Ventura's friends like a child and dangled the friend over the balcony of a 17th floor hotel suite. And I'm imagining that this is Wale. Bruh put Wale over the fucking cliff, over the goddamn balcony. Now, when you're doing this to all of these people, these is also people with ancestors, man. And it might seem like, If you've been doing this for 20, 30 years, in your mind, you might feel like none of this shit is wrong. You can't think it's wrong to be adjusting the candles. You gotta be real sick in the head. And you and your ego going too crazy, and then the ancestors gotta kind of pull you back and bring you down to earth. But when you look at this, a lot of this is about sex. Like, let's do sex is mentioned 67 times in this document, right? Scorpio rules the genital as well as sex. Like, you playing with fire. And then once the energy comes in, like literally fire, the sun conjuncts with Mars, and this energy coalesces, and then it starts shooting lasers down on the earth of karma bullets, and it's just tagging niggas, bro. Scorpio we gotta talk about this because nobody talks about this. I'm willing to talk about it now. Scorpio rules death. But when we talk about death, we talk about it in the aspect of Kim Porter. We talk about it in the aspect of energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. So with Diddy, he did so much foul shit for so long that the karma caught up to him in the form of an astrological square in the synastry, which coming off his birthday, coming off the death date of Kim Porter, and these squares to Saturn. And I'm not even like examining no full charts or nothing. I'm just looking at the current events and looking at the current chart to just get a feel for the energy. So what would I suggest in reference to this current energy? Two things. You're gonna have to live in your past for a little bit, meaning that if you did some bullshit in your past, don't run from it, deal with it, address it, deal with it head on. Don't run away from it, right? And you'll be all right. And then another thing, if you was the type of person that did people good in the past, don't be afraid to double back, especially if you need help, right? If you help people out and you need help now, don't be afraid to go to them, because what'll 10 times happen is that they'll help you 10 times more than you help them. Why? Because Sun is conjunct Mars, and Mars is going to exacerbate whatever scorpionic effects. So Scorpio is dealing with sex, is dealing with money, right? But we also got Venus conjunct the South Node in Virgo. So if you working, that's cool. But to the hustlers, if you a hustler by trade, like, you gonna notice that depending on how you ran your business, depending on how you like gave to the community, people gonna come back and help you now. Not in a way like I'm helping you, but just buying more products, sewing into your service more. Niggas gonna buy more videos. Like, your business is going to increase more if you are ethical. But we also looking at it from the perspective of karma. So Don't understand you done did some fucked up shit if fucked up shit is happening to you. If you get to that point where you say, all right, I'm the reason why this is happening to me, maybe I don't understand why, but at least I know that I'm the reason, then you'll be either enlightened or bring forth, like, the changes will start to occur. Why? Because Mars and Saturn deal with the root chakra. The root is allowing things to activate and grow from a basic point, from a foundational point. So clear up all of that karma, clear up all of these confusion things, so you ain't on TMZ niggas talking about how you eat ass, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You eat booty crumbs and shit like that, you know? Put your business out there. Do the work, you know? This is very much of what I would call time to do shadow work, time to expose triggers, time to take accountability. But more than anything, it's a time to let go. Especially if you find yourself in negative relationships where people making you kiss your ass, relationships where you're not happy in them, because you can either waste your time or you can begin to create positive relationships through working with that eternal fire within you. You got to trust yourself, you got to have faith in yourself, but you can't continue to be in toxic relationships during this time, because the thing about staying in a toxic relationship is that the karma is on you. Like, you might not know that. You may feel, because you feel manipulated or you feel pulled to be in a type of situation like Diddy and Cassie, that, you know, you got to stay with Diddy because he's the multi-millionaire mogul and shit like that. But now nobody is touching Diddy with a 10-foot pole. But you got to remember, it was a point in time where Diddy was a clown for real, around like the 2000s and shit. He had a meteoric rise, and then Diddy died, and then Bad Boy, like, he was putting out albums like Double Up, he was putting out albums like Victory and putting out songs with R. Kelly. Like, he had a real tough time at that particular point. He resurged himself by energy vampire and connecting himself with young people. But even then, he wasn't never back to the level that he once was at when he was with Diddy. I mean, when he was with Biggie and all of that. So, nigga was barely surviving, quiet as kept, up until this point. This is the shit that really sunk him. And it's going to continuously, like, unfold. It's going to be like a R. Kelly situation with Diddy, right? It's going to continuously get worse. Because it's something about black men being successful and going through a ritual to let them know that, nigga, you is not that successful. You not as successful as you think you are. So, with that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this content. And if you want to learn more about the root chakra, once again, join me this Sunday, where we will be getting more concise, getting more clear on where it is, what it is doing. Slideshow presentation followed by a Q&A. And we'll be talking about the root chakra. Like I said, I'll probably be doing videos every day, just trying to think of different topics. If it's something that you want to talk about, if it's a video that you want me to do a reaction to, you can either email me or DM me on my Instagram at TheHoodMystic. And just be like, hey, can you react to this? And I'll react to it. I won't even look at it. I'll just react to it. Shout out to everybody supporting us on the White Rabbit psychedelic side of things. For medicinal use only. I'm about to start saying that, right? Because I don't want niggas to think that I'm out here trying to get niggas high off shrooms, because I really am not about that life. If you struggle with mental health, if you struggle with physical pain, if you struggle with mental clarity, if you are working through spiritual things and you need help meditating or whatever you need in reference to the adaptogen that is connected to the mycorrhizal network through the magical use of psychedelic mushrooms, hit us up at 313 355-2731, or just email us at whiterabbitpsych@pm.me. I just wanted to do a video kind of on pins and needles, sitting on eggshells, waiting for this baby to come. So at any moment, I will be having another baby. So keep y'all energy, keep y'all energy high for me and my family as we go kind of through this vulnerable time. Send your ashes, love, and light to my wife as she goes through the Scorpio gateway, and brings new life into the world. So with that being said, I'm gonna still do videos every day, still do the if, depending on if I feel like in these types of situations I have no control, but I trust that everything works out well when I do have no control. So if things change, I'll let y'all know. But I'm gonna be in the hospital with my laptop, like, push baby push. No, I'm playing. We got a whole setup, we got a whole way of doing this shit. We gonna stand in that goddamn shower, let gravity do its thing, and that baby gonna slide out like some goddamn, how you goddamn do some spam, like some damn tuna fish out of can, you feel me? Slide to the left, slide to the right, you know what I'm saying? So I'll let y'all know what we had and the name. Could be any day. I'm hoping today, maybe tomorrow. But with that being said, peace to y'all and y'all family. Thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in with me. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. If you learned anything from this video, can I get a 1 in the chat before I get up out of here? If you learned anything, if this video was helpful, if this energy resonated at any way, if this reading helped you explain what's going on in your life in any way, can I get a 1 in the chat before I get up out of here? Slide to the left, slide to the right, slide to the left, slide to the right. All right, man, I'm happy to hear that. I just wanted to know at least one person learned something from this video. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this. So slide to the left, slide to the right. Everybody crisscross. Yeah, I'll see y'all on the flip side though. Peace.